A better way to go. The night was still as the desert wind howled across the barren stretch of land. Walt, battered by the consequences of his choices, knelt before the open trunk of the car, his fingers stained with blood. He'd never wanted this. He'd never wanted to be the man he became. Yet, here he was, surrounded by bodies, the darkness closing in on him. Jesse, heart-pounding, struggled against his own demons as he approached Walt. The deal had been made. The bullet was in his gun. But something shifted in his mind as he watched Walt's old teacher, his former partner, breathing heavily, barely holding on. "You don't deserve to live, man," Jesse whispered, his voice breaking. Walt's eyes widened, realizing what Jesse was about to do. For a moment, it seemed like the end. He thought about his family, about the wreckage he had left in his wake. It was too late for redemption, but he could at least die on his terms, he thought. But Jesse, instead of pulling the trigger, dropped the gun. The silence between them was deafening. There was something different in Jesse's eyes, a quiet anger and understanding. The weight of everything they had done together was too much for him to bear. But so was the idea of Walt slipping through the cracks one last time. "I'm done with you, Mr. White. You get a better death," Jesse said, his voice cracking. "But it's not the one you're expecting." In a flash, Jesse yanked Walt upright and shoved him toward the edge of the desert cliff. With his hands bound and his life force drained, Walt barely struggled. And as he fell, for the first time in years, he felt the crushing reality of his own mortality. But in that moment of freefall, something was different. No, not better. But it felt right. There would be no triumphant death, no accolades, no clean slate, just the bitter acceptance of the man he had become. And as his body vanished into the desert night, it felt like the world had finally been balanced.